we're going to look at how you can send a survey out to contacts using a CSV file and importing that into Forms Pro. So if you think about some kind of event you might have had, or maybe you're at some kind of trade show and you've met people at your stand, you want to send them out a survey and get some feedback, maybe on the product they saw, get some more information from them. So whatever it might be, you might have captured those leads or those contacts in a CSV file, or you've got business cards and you're going to put them into a CSV file. So we're on our survey. If we go ahead and click on Send Survey, and let's go ahead and select Email. Now we can use the To field. That's fine if they're already in, if we want to type out the email addresses or they're already in Office 365 or D365 CE. What we can do instead is we can import the recipients. So we can import from a CSV file. So we can see here we've got some information about the file and the format of the file. So it says it should contain the following comma-separated values per contact in the sequence, and it should have email address first. That's mandatory. And then optional, you can have the first name and the last name. So if I just click download CSV template so you can see it, it's very simple. It's literally what it just says, email address, first name, last name. So you can download that, or you can just manually create one and go ahead and add those as your headers. Then it's telling us the first row is assumed to be the header, so that's not going to be imported. And then only 100 recipients can be imported per CSV file. So if you've got more than 100, you're going to want to break them out into batches of 100 so that you can do them one at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and select my file, and we can see there's all the information. Go ahead and open that. Now, based on the email address, it's given us the option to update the contact information if the imported recipient already exists as a contact in CDS. So CDS, Common Data Service, that's what Dynamics 365 is built upon. Also, contact exists in your default CDS as well, so you don't have to be using Dynamics 365 for this. So I'm going to go ahead and click Import. And now what we can see is all of those people have been added. This is test data. These are not real people. If you've never used it before, I used something called Mockaroo, which lets you create fake data and export that as a file. So that's what I've used. So no one real apart from me. So we can see it's added everyone to the To. Now, when it sends these out, they will all be completely separate emails, one email to each contact. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll pick a different template, and then we'll go ahead and we'll click Send in just a moment. Now, one of the things here, it says the survey might contain personalized data. You must define the values before sending the email. Now, the only thing that we can put in the email from here is the first name and last name. So I'm just going to go ahead and map those. And then we'll go ahead and click Send. All right, so that email is, or basically the survey invitations are being sent to the recipients. If I go back here and go into the email sent, we can see here, this is going to update over time. We can see at the minute we've got 3 that are in progress. Let's go ahead and let's just refresh. It's thinking about it. Try that again. So now we've got 18 invites that have been sent. So it's basically going to be sending those one at a time, or as it can. What also is going to happen though, and this is something that's very important to note, is if I go into my Dynamics 365 customer engagement app, the sandbox environment, and let's just go ahead and refresh, we can see here it's created a contact for each of those people that were in my import file. So at the moment, that's the only option, or actually you don't have an option, that's what it will create. So for right now, you will end up with contacts if you do an import of a CSV file. That might change in the future. For now, you need to keep that in mind. That's what will happen. Again, if we'd had that any of those people already in our environment with the same email address and we'd tick that box, then it would have just updated those existing contacts. All right, so we've now got 27 email invites that have been sent. For some reason this doesn't seem to be updating, which is a little bit annoying, but I have seen that happen before. But we basically have sent all of those invitations. Now, we can see here, there is the email that was sent to us. And it's got "Hi Megan." So I've got that first name and it's pulled that first name from that CSV file. So it's a good way to go ahead and import a bunch of information, import some records that will send out emails to people to ask them to create this, to complete the survey. But again, you've got to keep in mind that at the moment, as of the recording of this video, then it will create a contact record for each of those records that's in the CSV file. So just keep that in mind. So hopefully you find this useful. It might be something that you see a use for within your organization, and that's basically sending out survey invites to people from a CSV file. Hi, I'm Megan Walker. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you learned something from it. If you don't want to miss out on any other content, you can go ahead and click on my face below to subscribe. And if you want to watch the next video, you can do that by clicking over here and go ahead and get started. Thanks again.